In a small, quiet town lived a young boy named Ali. Like many of us, Ali often found himself rushing through his prayers.
His mind would be a whirlwind of thoughts, homework, a game he wanted to play, or what his mother was cooking for dinner. He'd bow and prostrate, but his heart felt distant, like he was just going through the motions.
His salah was a checklist item, something to be done quickly so he could move on to the next thing.
He knew the importance of prayer, he'd heard it 1,000 times, but the deep,
personal connection felt elusive, like a story told about someone else.
One evening, after a particularly long and tiring day, Ali stood for his Isha prayer. He felt the weight of the day on his shoulders. He started his prayer as usual, his words flowing from memory. Ruku, then up, then down into sujood.
But this time something was different. As his forehead touched the prayer mat, a profound stillness settled over him.
The usual rush of thoughts quieted down. The world outside his small room seemed to fade away into a distant hum.
For the first time in a long time, there was just him, the prayer mat, and the silence.
He stayed there, in that first Sajdah, a little longer than usual.
He wasn't thinking about anything specific. He was just there.
And in that quiet, a feeling began to bloom in his chest.
It was a warmth, a sense of calm he hadn't felt all day. It was like being wrapped in a soft, comforting blanket.
The anxieties that had been buzzing in his mind began to melt away, replaced by a deep and profound sense of peace.
He felt safe. He felt seen.
As he remained in that position of ultimate humility, a thought gently surfaced in his heart.
It wasn't a voice he heard with his ears, but a feeling, a deep-seated realization that spoke directly to his soul.
It whispered, "This is it."
This is where Allah listens closest. The thought was so clear, so certain, it felt more real than the ground beneath him. It was the whisper between Sajdahs, the secret language of the heart speaking to its creator.
In that moment,
Ali understood.
He didn't need to hear a booming voice from the heavens. He didn't need a grand sign or a miracle. The miracle was happening right there on his prayer mat.
The peace that enveloped him, the tranquility that settled his restless heart, that was the response. That was the connection.
It was a private conversation, a moment of intimacy between a servant and his Lord, happening in the sacred space of sujood. He lifted his head for the short sitting, the feeling still resonating within him, and then he went down for the second Sajdah. This time, it was intentional. He lingered, not out of habit, but out of a newfound yearning. He didn't have to formulate grand words or eloquent dua.
His heart simply poured out its worries, its hopes, and its gratitude in a silent, heartfelt stream.
He spoke of his day, his fears about the test tomorrow, his thankfulness for his family.
And with every unspoken word, the feeling of peace deepened. From that night on, Ali's prayers were transformed. They were no longer a race against the clock.
They became his sanctuary, his refuge. He learned that Salah wasn't just a ritual of movements and words.
It was a direct line to Allah. The most profound conversations didn't require a loud voice, but a present heart.
The true connection is found in the stillness, in the humility of placing your forehead on the ground.
Acknowledging your smallness before the greatness of the Creator. The moral of this story is a beautiful reminder for all of us. Salah is our personal meeting with Allah, and in the quiet depth of sujood, we are closer to Him than at any other time. It's where our hearts can speak freely, where our worries are heard, and where peace is gifted to our souls. It's not about what you say, but about the sincerity with which you prostrate. So the next time you pray, try to linger in your...
Listen to the silence, and you might just hear the whisper that changes everything.
That's the beauty of our faith, a connection so personal, it's felt directly in the heart. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more reflection. We'd love to hear your own experiences in the comments below. Until next time, may your prayers be a source of peace and connection.